Good afternoon once again, YouTubers. This is Kay taking you on another leg of my journey with leca. What I'm going to do today is to repot a plant that I bought today. It's an uh, Hoya. Um, I can't remember exactly which type of Hoya it is. I've already gone ahead and washed and prepared this plant for repotting. I have taken it out of the soil that it came in. I have washed the root thoroughly and um, set this root to dry. One of the things that I will need to do is to trim this root thoroughly, to trim off all the root hairs. Uh, these, this root is a fibrous root. Uh, these roots, as much as they are quite important, they will die off once it goes into the semi-hydroponic system, as the water will cause it to rot. They're very sensitive, very important, these roots are, by the way. So this plant will generate more roots when it once it more of these fibrous um, hairy type roots once it gets settled into the hydroponic system. It had a baby with it, which I'm quite pleased about. So I will add that into a separate jar for it to grow on its own, aside from away from the mother plant. It's got other babies growing here as well, but I won't this you probably can see here, but I won't disturb this plant any further. I will just go ahead and trim the roots and then repot this into the leca. This one broke the bank a little bit, guys. I paid £10 for this plant. I don't normally pay that much for plant, but I quite like the Hoyas. They got really interesting leaves, and they're a bit fat as well, and nice shiny green, as you can see, and they do bloom quite interesting flowers as well. I believe this one does give a pink bloom in the spring, spring to summertime. So this is something to look forward to once it gets going. So this plant I'll be potting today. I'll be trimming up the root to get this ready. I've got the leca prepared. If you if you've been watching any of my videos, if you recall, I mentioned that there are sediments forming already on my leca, even though it hasn't been that long. And I use rainwater to water all my plants in the semi-hydroponic system. Um, I was a bit surprised when I saw that I was having a buildup of sediments already. And I can't afford really to use my rainwater to wash my leca. So what I did today was, and I'll be doing from now on, is after washing, I put it to soak in the rainwater. I wash outside. I use a colander to drain. And what I've decided to do today was to just rinse it again several times in some rainwater, which I can actually use for the repotting as well. So the last water that touched this leca would have been rainwater. So I let that soak a bit first so that we know that all of the then drain. I washed it in the regular tap water, let it drain, then wash it again just through the colander with the rainwater, and that water I can use again. So hopefully I won't have that build up. Let's see if that works, because maybe what I've done is contaminated that water as well, but we'll see. Um, I'm going to give the roots a trim, guys, before I put it into leca. I want to show you, I might have to pause this video because the leca itself is a quite noisy affair, and hitting into the jar tend to be quite noisy. So I want to save your ears from all of that. But when I do trim the plant, I leave it for a couple of minutes and I put some cinnamon powder onto the root of the plant. So the reason for that is to just give the plant a chance to heal over. And this is a bit of an antibiotic that, for the want of a better word, but whatever it is, it does help the rooting system. I believe it also helps with the re-rooting. So it helps the roots to heal and helps with the re-rooting as well. So yeah, I think at some point I'm going to do another video on the roots itself, the different roots that we put into semi-hydroponic system, because roots vary, roots of different plants vary. You have some, this is a quite a fibrous rooting system that is going on here with the Hoya. And another plant that is the root is quite fibrous as well is this orchid. I can't remember exactly what it's called. This orchid, forgive me for not knowing names of plants, guys, but this has got quite fibrous root as well. So when you put plants in like these into leca, you've got to be quite mindful of the roots, because you can have root rot. So trim up any dead roots. Like for example, this one, when I put it into, before I put it into leca, I know that I will have to go through and trim properly, because it's got lots of dead roots already. So this will have to, I'll have to just go through very, very carefully to make sure that any roots that are dead and dying are trimmed off, because this is what can cause root rot, excessive root rot, because you might get a little bit of root rot with some of your plants, but this definitely you can tell that you'll have some root rot. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to take a break for a minute, and then I'll come right back to show you the finished product once I have potted my Hoya into the leca. So welcome back, guys. I have gone ahead and trimmed all the excess roots that I think will eventually rot in the water, which I don't want. So I've gone ahead, I've cut all of this off. Um, Please be careful when you're doing the trimming. Ensure that the scissors that you use is quite clean as well, because you don't want to transfer any fungus or bacteria to the plant when you're to the root when you're cutting it. So ensure that the scissors that you use is quite sterile. Just run it under hot water to make sure that it is clean. So this is a small one. The baby I've got potted in this jar. It's in a Dolmea jar. As you know, I tend to reuse. And this one I have potted in this one. I These Hoyas are actually hanging plants because they're viney. They tend to run. Um, I don't think I want mine to run to hang. I want it in a jar, so hence why I've got this pole holding it up so that it can grow upward. But other branches will grow in different direction. As you can see, there's a branch here going this way. This one has turned back on itself and it's going in another direction. So some of these Hoyas, guys, are people have them as hanging plants. I don't intend for mine to be hanging. I want them to grow upwards. So just to show you what this look like. Uh, I will be obviously adding the water to the semi-hydroponic. My water already has a fertilizer in it. I'm going to pour the water in just until, so this has got the amount of water it needs in, but what I'll do just to get the root system going is, because I've left it to dry before I add it here, so I'll just run a bit of water over that root, just to get it wet, just to get it going. This one has got no water in, so again, this is a Yankee candle jar that I've reused. And we get this uh, the water all over so that the rooting system got wet, and then this one just to about a third. So this is as far as so the water is just here, if you can see. So that's as far as I'll put the water in this one. And now I'll just leave it to do its thing, guys. So these are these are two Hoyas that I've repotted into leca. The plant I bought today, straight away I took it out of the medium, which was soil, and I've repotted it into leca. I hope you've enjoyed this journey with me. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comment section below. Please do give a thumbs up if you like my video. If there's any other content that you'd like me to do a video on regarding the leca and the plants, please do let me know. Do subscribe to my video, that little red button in the corner there. Please click on it to subscribe so that you are aware, you're made aware whenever I've added any new videos to my channel. Thank you once again for watching, guys. For those, if I didn't introduce myself earlier, my name is Kay, and yeah, this is my journey into leca. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.